Hello, grade 7. Once again, I am ready with your new lesson. Today, we are going to discuss about a new topic from the social studies book, and the topic is our fundamental rights. We'll talk about our fundamental rights. Um, this lesson is very important from the examination point of view, and even it is important in grade 8, 9 and 10. You will have to study about fundamental rights in detail in grade 8, 9 and 10. Therefore, we'll start this lesson now. Before we start the fundamental right, it is important to know about the word right. What is meaning of right? In Nepali, it is called adhikar, or sometimes it is also called hak adhikar. So in Nepali, right means adhikar, and in English, if you want to define, uh, rights are those claim. Actually, rights are claim of a person which are necessary for his or her overall development. Anything we need, anything we claim, which are important for our overall development. The development may be emotional, social, physical, or any other development, personal development, that is, such things are called right. Such claims are called rights. When you talk about right, there is a provision of rights for all citizens in our constitution. Constitution is what we call Samvidhan in Nepali, and in our constitution there is provision of rights. What sort of rights Nepalese citizens expect to get are mentioned in the constitution. Before we discuss further about those rights mentioned in the constitution, it is important to know what is the meaning of constitution. Look here. Constitution, uh, before we understand it, look at this. This is the first page of our constitution. Constitution of Nepal 2072 BS. Nepalको संविधान. Yes, and this is the 7th constitution now in our country, and it is drafted by Constituent Assembly. The meaning of constitution is Samvidhan. Samvidhan, okay. Here is this one is mistaken. Wrote this. It is better to write like this. Samvidhan in Nepali. Okay. Samvidhan. In Nepali it is called Samvidhan. In Nepali, okay. If you define, constitution is the supreme law. Actually, constitution is a book, is a document which contains the laws of our country. It is the base of all laws. Each and every law is based on constitution. So constitution is considered as the supreme law of our country. Let's talk about some of the important fact about constitution. The first one is that the constitution of Nepal was promulgated on 3rd Ashwin 2072 BS. Promulgated here means declared. It was declared on 3rd Ashwin 2072 BS. And in the constitution there is the provision of fundamental rights. In our constitution, there are 31 fundamental rights. Now we'll discuss about the fundamental rights. That there is a provision of fundamental rights, and there are altogether 31 fundamental rights, and those rights are mentioned in the part 3 of our constitution. Part 3 means chapter 3. Part 3 is chapter 3, and from article 16 to 46, all these 31 fundamental rights are mentioned in the articles from 16 to 46 number. 16 number article, 17 number article, like this. Articles are actually the major points of constitution. Let's talk about fundamental right, the meaning of fundamental right, what fundamental right actually is. Fundamental rights are those rights of people for their overall development. Rights of people for their overall development. For overall development, these rights are granted and guaranteed by the constitution. Actually, you know that rights are those claimed for the overall development of people, but the difference between general right and fundamental right is that fundamental rights are mentioned in the constitution, and it is granted by the constitution, and it is also guaranteed by the constitution. That means there shall not be any violation of fundamental right. Constitution will safeguard the rights of people, fundamental rights of people. Therefore, these rights are granted and guaranteed by the constitution. So they are basic rights. Again, you can see this definition one more. Fundamental rights are essential human rights. They are also human rights, because human rights are those rights which are important for the protection, promotion of this human being, protection of we people, human rights. Those rights which are necessary for our overall development, they are also human rights that are offered to every citizen, all the citizens, irrespective of caste, any race, any creed, any place of birth within the country, any religion or any gender, from any gender, whoever may be male or female, transgender, every people, people following any religion, Hindu, Muslim, Buddhist, or people taking birth in any place, Himal, Pahar, Tarai, wherever you take birth, you are free to enjoy the fundamental right, and these are equal to freedoms, and these rights are essential for personal good and the society at large. Again, personal good, that means fundamental rights are related to our personal development, personal good. So in general, fundamental rights are those rights which are mentioned in the constitution, and they protect us. According to the Constitution of Nepal, as I already told you, that there are 31 fundamental rights from Article 16 to Article 16 to 46. So in Article 16, look here, right to live with dignity. This is the first right in our mentioned in the Constitution of our country. Article 17, right to freedom. 18, right to equality. 19, right to communication. 20, right to justice. 21, right to victim of crime. And similarly, here are other all 31 fundamental rights just listed, and each and every rights are important, like right to property. You can see here, right to privacy also is there, right to education, this is important for you, and similarly right to healthcare is important for everyone. Women, children right is also right of children is also there, women right is also there, and so many rights are mentioned in our constitution. So we'll discuss in each of these 31 fundamental right in grade 8 and 9 later. For now, in grade 7, you just need to know that there are 31 fundamental rights, and you have to remember some of the important rights like this: right to property, right to privacy, right to education, right to healthcare, right to food, right to housing, right of women, right of children, and so on. Okay. When you talk about right, it is important that you have to consider duties as well. That means we should not forget duty if we want to enjoy our right. Therefore, duties are inseparable from rights. Both are strictly correlated. That means where there is right, there is duty as well. My right, my duty. You should not forget your duty. When you claim your rights, you have to be ready to perform your duty as well. Therefore, they are like the two sides of the same coin. Or sometimes you can say that two wheels of a cart. If one wheel is not working, you cannot run the cart. Similarly, one side if the one side of this coin is not valid, and that coin is meaningless. Therefore, we can say that rights and duty are inseparable. And when you talk about right, you have to know it. What are your rights? And at the same time, you have to fulfill your duty so that you can maintain a balance between right and duty. In our life, we should always keep a balance, maintain a balance between right and duty. In one side, there is right, in another side, there is duty. If you maintain balance, then life will be happy. So, dear students, we should try to maintain balance between right and duties. For now, in grade 7, this much we have to study about the fundamental rights, constitution, etc. So here are 7 questions for you. You please do it in your copy and submit as soon as possible. And the questions are like: define right, which I already mentioned there. What is right called in Nepali language? What is constitution called in Nepali language? When was the constitution of Nepal promulgated? How many fundamental rights are there? What is constitution? And what do you mean by fundamental rights? All these questions are very short question. Just write it down and submit it as soon as possible. The remaining question from the same lesson you are going to get in the upcoming class. You are going to get in the upcoming lesson. Till then, have a nice time. Thank you. Thank you, dear students.